So, what's the favourite option for me for a vehicle mounted camper? So I bought a Triton. You talk about the choice for Triton.
Yep.
Triton is a cost-effective ute. You could argue that a Ford Ranger or a Hilux is better. May or may not be, but they're 15 grand more expensive. Triton's pretty damn good at a reduced price without going to a very cheap and nasty type thing. I chose the what they call a club cab. I'll call it a 1.5 cab to avoid confusing different brands, different names. And a big reason for that is my kids are grown up, I don't need the space. Although you can take them from the back, but I'd like to put some equipment in the back, like a fridge or something maybe. And another big thing for the Triton is one of the Triton's Achilles heels is that the axle is a little bit close to the body, and you tend to have trouble trying to get the weight wholly over the axle. By having a 1.5 cab, you can mount your fluids even closer to the middle of the axles, and thus avoid that typical Triton problem of having the load too far back. So my basic solution would be to have basically an aluminium box fixed to the back with doors as shown on one side and a big door on the other, but have no door at the back. Then put this camper assembly on the top, and the idea is that you can pop it up like that. Your sleeping quarters are there, and it access down here, a bit like the Common camper, but you don't access from the back, you access from the side. The back is just flush, there's no door there, nothing there, and the idea is that that area stays vacant and the weight isn't put to the back. Weight at the back on a Triton is a death sentence. You don't want to do that. Or on all of them, it's bad, but trying to get weight away from the back is good. Now, in the middle of it, you traditionally have your fancy structures. I'm proposing to not have any structure, just have an open box. The reason being, when I'm not using it as a camper, I can use it as a normal truck. Shove garbage in the back, shove canoes on top, do whatever I want with it, and it's just a normal truck.
So when it is in that mode, Mike, like how is the aerodynamics playing?
I've shown it as being an absolute brick just because it's a boxy thing,
Yep.
but they are fairly slimline at the front.
Right.
I will pay a small penalty for having that in terms of wind resistance, but these trucks, they're not great wind resistance bricks in the first place.
Right,
they're already pretty flat nose front, and they're not fat. But yes, I will pay a bit for that, and I want to mount it permanently. Permanently saves weight. You don't have to have the structure to be able to pull off and on.
Yep.
You don't have to have the hitch points. You don't have to carry those poles to take it on and off and off. There's a lot of weight saving, and I don't intend to put the structures inside and the strap down boxes, which is not as nice for camping, but save a lot of weight. You think about a refrigerator and how heavy they are, and you swing it out and down. The amount of steel work to be able to swing a fridge out and down is horrendous. They're very heavy.
Yeah, that's right.
So I intend to not do that.
Yeah.
As an option, if I can do it, a smart-assy thing, if I can get away with it, is to have connection through to the back window and mount stuff in the back. I don't know if that's feasible. It's just a thought at this stage, but it'd be nice if I can do it. Those are Rams. The Rams have a window at the back, and you can do that. It's just a feasibility thought at the moment. The other option of a towed camper, I think the best option is a T-van, except that I'd get it second hand, so the new ones are just too expensive. And I'd try and move weight to the vehicle. So if I got it old enough, I might even have to replace the canvas. Because T-van's a quality brand and manufactured in Australia, I can get that done. The T-van structures have always been pretty good. They're more fancy. I'd like to buy one with a stuffed kitchen. Throw the kitchen away, save all the weight. They're designed to carry stuff. Don't carry all the fluids on there, all the excessive diesel, that sort of stuff. Move the weight to the truck and make it as light as possible and as cheap as possible. If I could do that, that might work for me. That's my current thoughts. Hey, so that's where we're up to at the moment. Sorry I had to chop it into 3 parts. The YouTube made us do that. Be very interested in your feedback. Thank you.